Hey, can we ask you a question? If you could win any superlative, what would you win?
Best eyes. Have you seen these things? Bring the camera close.
When the seniors gather together for the traditional senior supper to hear the winners' names revealed, it may feel as though the class is fully unified, if only for a few hours. That feeling has transcended time. The superlatives themselves, on the other hand, have evolved. Years ago, society was much less sensitive than it is today, when shockingly, honors included most typical, class partiers, and most likely to float around Lake Pearl in a keg. Today's list is more tame, but the lucky few who receive superlatives are essentially being defined by the single, and sometimes shallow, characteristic listed on their certificate. There is so much more to each of them. Hopes and fears, dreams and ideas. Isn't this type of judgment what we are taught to avoid in our lives? What if someone was given a superlative not because they earned it, but perhaps as a joke intended to be humiliating? If you were a fly on the wall in any room, in any school, you'd likely hear people gossiping and joking about others, especially as voters are contemplating their picks for superlatives. Could it play out with a member of the class being disgraced and degraded? Of course, but apparently we've all decided it's worth the risk. If we tried to get rid of superlatives, no doubt there would be an uproar among much of the student body. Breaking tradition tends to incite that sort of reaction. But, as times have changed, perhaps there is a more meaningful way to honor members of the senior class than the method we are currently using.
I think it's more of a popularity contest, to be honest.
I don't think necessarily popularity, but it pretty much just revolves around who's in what friend group, and people don't actually think about it on a legitimate level.
I really like senior superlatives. I think they're just a really fun way to remember everybody from our class and just have fun during our senior year.
I think senior superlatives are a great way to kind of give your class compliments and be nice to everyone and appreciate what they've done.
I mean, best hair, best smile, that's stupid and superficial, and frankly, I don't think we need that.
I think it's good idea to make bare our egos, of someone's egos.
There's just kind of like no need, because we all know who's gonna win each certain thing. It's totally a popularity contest, and just like doesn't really matter anyway, because it's not like these superlatives kind of like make our decisions in life. So
I think it's a nice way to like remember your class and kind of just see like how everybody's grown over the past like 4 years.
You know, it's recognition basically, and it's acceptance. Like people know you, and it's validating to get something like this because it means that people remember you and you made an impact in the school somehow.
I think it means a lot because it distinguishes the people throughout the grade and makes people feel important.
It's kind of like petting your own ego. Like you like to think like, oh, I have the best this, I have the best that. And when people recognize that, it like makes you feel good.